Hello all, with the new season of All-Out War about to commence, the largest real-time strategy game mode we have. Everyone, whether we're a competitive player pushing ranks or just play for fun, regardless knowing your lineup's power, commander synergies, and how and where we can maximize these boosts your performance. Today we will be going through the infantry lineups, mainly focused on blocking damage and fighting multiple targets at once. We'll also cover some extra commanders which will benefit this lineup still just from their raw power. So let us begin. Starting off, the core commanders for infantry lineups will be Sinara, or for top lineups the new commander Vorian. These commanders are able to passively block enemy attack damage by 20% and 10% respectively. These will be the primary function of infantry lineups. They act as a very tanky army type, which will be a juggernaut on the battlefield. In addition, they can be converted into armored infantry, which reduce their movement speed by 20%, increase their counterattack coefficient by 30%, and can now counterattack any source of damage. Once a strong infantry player breaches your lines and starts fighting groups of players, there is nearly nothing you can do to stop it. Countering infantry lineups requires isolation and taking advantage of their slower speed, which is extremely difficult if your building defense is weak or their support are strong. The other main premium commander we would be using is Darun. His skill: for every blocked attack, he will increase your infantry attack by 400% for 3 seconds, stacking up to 10 times. In addition, he will boost your commander army's attack by 180% per skill activation. If you want an absolutely crazy skill which demands you to send your line in the middle of the pack and have your damage skyrocket, look no further. The other premium commanders which will benefit this line will be Baelish or Air Medan, providing multiple normal attacks which boost your damage, and Air Medan for another multi-target attack. Moving on to some of the other popular commander for infantry lineups, starting with Rhea, who like Salma and Patlo will boost your infantry attack by 1800% and increase counter damage by 90% for 5 seconds. In a very popular pick, and we will highly suggest you place her as your first commander. Given she gives no passive effect from her skill and will rely on cycling to maximize Rhea for your infantry lineups, ensuring she is the first commander to significantly boost your damage before the enemy starts to run. A free commander which actually performs quite well is Lario, who will deal 350 damage and boost our infantry attack by 900%. Sure, compared to options like Rhea and Sinara's massive damage boosts, there isn't much to it, but for the few options for infantry lines, at least compared to other lines. And the same could be said for Haley, who will increase your normal damage dealt by 60%. It does rely on your troops being fairly strong and will nearly always be outperformed by more premium options, but when this isn't the case, or if you're running a second or third line, Haley can output a fair amount of damage too, and for more premium commander lines she will at least deal a large amount of damage. If you're out of other options, she will be the best free commander available. And the last commander we will be going through today will be Lats. She will deal 625 damage and boost our infantry line's defense by 1800%. Now, while we wouldn't recommend health or defense buffs for infantry, it is going to be more beneficial compared to the other lines. Of course, premium commanders that provide general buffs like Sandor John and Cersei will also perform very effectively. And that about does it for the main paid commanders we have as of now for the infantry line. Being a strong tanky army meant to be at the front of any assault or defense, these troops are very popular to counter the strongest lines in the game, which we will be covering next. Thanks for watching.